Hey everyone! Well, I know it's been a while since I last made a new upload on regarding my teas, so it's time to make a new one. And what better way to make a new tea video by doing the all-important and popular tarantula feeding video 110. So it's been a month since I last fed the teas. That's when I uploaded feeding video 109. So a lot of people ask me how often do I feed my teas. Well, basically, just look at those feeding videos, you'll just notice a month pattern. So, we have some updates to share with you, some that are pretty good, some are not good. I did lose 3 of my precious inverts from my collection. Greg's mature male A. Brocklehursti. It's a shame though because I made this off camera and then the female decided to attack the male just like Zelda did with Angela's male, and it wasn't pretty. So I didn't want to film that. Then my H. spinifer passed away, the Asian forest scorpion. That I kind of knew offhand because it was an adult female wild caught. Got it at a flea market, so the age was questionable. And what really made me feel so bad and gutted is that my P. emilia passed away, my female. And what really sucks is that I mated her twice too, so I don't know, maybe I mated her too early or whatnot, but yeah, really sucks. But on the brighter news, that I got 2 molts that are going to be shared in the video. Tavnicinius, my orange tree spider, freshly molted. I think she's around 2.5 to 3 inches. Absolutely stunning. As well as Charlotte, my larger G. pulchripes, chopped gold me. Beefy, 5.5 to 6 inch girl. I do want to show it to you guys, but I won't feed her because she just freshly molted. So anyway, we're going to get started. Excuse the lighting in the video. It is around 8:20 p.m. I wanted to film in the morning, but it couldn't be possible because I had school in the morning for the past all week. So yeah, so I have time right now to make it. So let's get started, and I do hope you enjoy the feeding video. This is the very first tea I'm going to be featuring. This is the Nhandu coloratovillosus, the Brazilian black and white. 5-inch female named Mina. Oh, holy crap. That was quick. I didn't expect her to move that fast. Here's Dora the Explorer, a fine example of a Lasiodora difficilis, the fire red bird eater from Brazil. She's kind of missing pedipalp, but that's not going to stop her from not eating. Yeah, it's around 5 inches, I would say. Raised this one when she was about 1 inch in 2009, so they're pretty quick growing. Here is a very first feeding attempt of my new pokey that I just got from the expo. This is a Poecilotheria vittata, formerly known as pederseni, ghost ornamental. This is a good, nice 6 to 7 inch female. Oh, there we go. Now look at her. She is a beautiful pokey. And of course, we'll shout out to Nathan and Domenico, two of my students. Holy crap. That thing just jumped out of me. Alrighty, there we go. I gotta watch you, girl. Holy crap. Yeah, that kind of scared me a little bit, but no matter. I got her inside. Everyone wanted an OBT update, and here she is. Carmela, that was the mated female. Fortunately, the egg sac didn't pan out right. So, been a while since I last seen her. Yeah, quite gentle. Yeah, this is a Pterniochilus murinus red form, commonly called the orange bitey thing, or BT, or the orange baboon from Africa. Very nice 5-inch girl. Alright, don't count really on seeing this one. This is a female whistling spider from Australia, Phlogius crassipes, formerly a Selenocosmia. And that's what my female looks like. Very beautiful, beautiful species. They get way larger than this. They get up to having a 7-inch leg span. This girl's only around 5 inches, so a little bit more growing to go to. But it's like lividum, it's a pet hole, so it doesn't really make a nice display species. But I love the fact that it comes from Australia, so one of the very few Aussie teas that we get here. Excellent. Alright, this is a Brachypelma emilia, the Mexican painted redleg. One of my beautiful Brachypelmas. This is Emilia, a 4-inch female. She's going to eat. Watch this. Yeah, look at her. Yes. That my girl. I really love those dark triangles on her carapace. Really stands out for the species. Got a nice healthy butt too. Alright, Chaco Goldeny now. Grammostola pulchripes. So this is a 3-inch female, Wendy. Yeah, that's kind of not uncommon to see my pulchripes in threat posture. Usually they're pretty docile, but I do think that she's just hungry. That's why she's defending herself. Watch this, she's gonna get it. Yeah. Here we go. Simple as that. Well, now you really have to see Charlotte when I feature her. Oh, lovely petunia. A 5-inch mature female, Brachypelma klaasi, Mexican pink, strongest eater in my Brachypelma collection next to Scarlet. Watch this. She just devours it. And look at her butt. Look how healthy that is. This is a really nice species. 6-inch female, Citharacanthus livingstoni, the Livingstone's tea. Got this a few years ago from the expo as an unknown tea. And Shannon picked a beautiful name for her mystery. This is Chelsea. She is an Acanthoscurria suina, sulfur brown bird eater. As we expect from most Acanthoscurrias, we're going to see quite a vicious appetite. I always say vicious, voracious I would say. Yep, there. Nice. Alright, this is an Avicularia urticans, the giant Peru pinktoe. Now that I'm starting to look at her, it kind of reminds me, kind of looks more like an Avicularia druinensis. Can anyone vouch for that? I think she looks like one. But anyway, 6-inch girl, very hungry eater. Not really friendly compared to most of my Avix, but there we go. Definitely the largest that I have. Annabelle is just nowhere near as chunky as she is. And I named her Cat. Yeah, you get your little pink toes. Yeah, the more and more I look at it, she looks like a Jurunensis. Nice color though on her. Yeah, that is my Colombian Lesserblack. Xenethus emanus. 3-inch, possibly penultimate male. Likely the next molt that he might mature. Alright, let's try a little pokey spiderling. This is a Poecilotheria Highland, the Kandy Highland Ornamental. Yeah, devoured it without fail. Kind of hard to see, but she got it. I'm hoping to see this spider eat. This is a Phidippus regius, regal jumping spider. They have the best eyesight of any spider. So let's see if we can demonstrate the jumping capabilities of this jumper. Look at that. Oh, these haunted eyes. Alright, let's see. There we go. I don't think I really demonstrated that much, but that was the very first feeding of my new jumper. Tea is drop dead gorgeous. This is my Brachypelma valesiopes, Singapore blue. Suspect female. Alright, this is my lovely female Poecilotheria Miranda. Bengal spotted ornamental. I do have a superworm in her water dish. Waiting for the hunt. Yeah, I'm not sure. Might not even happen. A very beautiful pokey though. Don't think she's hungry. Alright, this is here a Stratopelma calceatum, the feather-leg baboon. This is a 6-inch female. And these are one of the worst tempered teas that you'll find in the hobby. And quite possibly the most venomous one that there is. This is a adult female, around 5.5 inches. Definitely not a tea that you want to mess with or get bitten by. Here's an avic female, Annabelle, mated twice, hopefully gravid. Oh, wow. Oh, look at that. That is sweet. Never expected her to be so defensive, aggressively hungry. Here's baby Lisa, Pterniochilus Sancti Vincenti, the St. Vincent's tree spider. I really don't know if you can make it clear on camera, so let me just give you my lighting. Give some extra light in here. Yeah, that's the color of the Sancti Vincenti. Kind of like a navy blue tea with purple highlights. Here's Okami, 8-inch female P. ornata, fringed ornamental. Pederseni maculata, Togo starburst baboon.
Gently grabbed it. This was the same female that I got my first egg sac from. And believe it or not, that video, pulling the H. maculata sac, was my most popular video. That's generated almost 1.8 million views. Same species, same tea, and you can see she's doing very well. So the last couple of attacks have been very slow, but let's see this one. Lasiodora parahybana, the salmon pink bird eater, Daisy. She's looking like a beautiful 6-inch plump tea. Yes, gotta love your LPs. Here's my other salmon pink bird eater. This is Goma. A little smaller female. I expect her to be hungry too. Oh, there we go, she's turning. She's turning. Is she gonna do it? Yeah, she did. Gotta love her. Yeah, this is a beautiful female Brachypelma albiceps, the Mexican gold red rump. Stacy, who's a semi-moderate eater. At best, sometimes she will take something, other times not. Oh, nice! Love this Brachypelma. Over here are my pair of Brachypelma verdezi, Mexican rose gray. So here I have Kalinka, my female. Yeah, grabbed it, no problem. Let's try Dr. Cossack, my other female, that I originally thought it was male. Gee. Nice. Beautiful, like a typical Brachypelma. Very strong eaters. Alright, here's Sasha, my female Acanthoscurria that chomped on Greg's poor male. Yeah, she's a pig. No matter how much you feed her, she's always hungry. Yeah. Jeez. Look at her. Wow. Here's Desire, Logan's immature male Acanthoscurria the giant white knee. Another hungry eater, just like my Brocklehursti. Unfortunately, Derek, who is my mature male that was sent to TC, got killed during mating. So, fingers crossed that their female might be gravid. Alright, this is my mature female green bottle blue, Chromatopelma cyanopubescens. A 6-inch female. Doesn't seem to be interested in eating. I think it's the second time in a row that she hasn't eaten on a feeding video, so that sucks because GBBs are pretty good eaters. Just mine's an exception. Alright, let's try to feed my Chinese fawn, Chilobrachys guanaceensis. There we go. Yeah, she killed another superworm. Crazy Weber, one of the haunted enclosures that I have. Puts my GBB to shame. for the webbing at least. Ain't she a gorgeous pokey? That is my Peru right side ornamental, Caitlin. Ah, there we go. You see that? This is a gorgeous, gorgeous poke. Just for a little bit. I want you to see how large she is. There we go. I think that's about as good as we're going to get. There, look at that. She's around, I would say a good 7.5, 8 inches. She's got that black mascara on near her eyes, gives it like an aggressive appearance. Not so defensive, but incredibly skittish, just like most of my pokies, but I really gotta watch out for that vittata. Alright, this one here is a Nhandu chromatus, the white-striped bird eater. 5-inch female named Nadia. Yeah, another great eater. Here's Charlotte. Isn't she a pretty tea? Yeah, she did molt a couple of days ago, so I'm not going to feed her until at least a good week or two. That way get her exoskeleton hardened up so that way she can eat properly. And yeah, she didn't really put that much size on her, but I've noticed that she got a lot more stockier built. Yeah, it's pretty cool. She's got like purple highlights on her carapace. Sweet. Here's Annette, my Brachypelma vagans. Mexican red rump. Here's Marin, Thrixopelma sanulum, the cobalt red rump. Suspect female, very docile. And here's Tektite, a Cratophilus ramsey, Cuban pygmy. Cricket escaped on me. Oh, nice. Very underrated species in the hobby. And if his is a male, I'm going to call him Gordon. After all, he's a Ramsey. And he has a temperament very similar to Gordon. This is raw chicken. Yeah, there we go. Here's Big Morticia. She is a Mexican red rump, Brachypelma vagans. See how well my female does. And vagans are one of the more defensive Brachypelmas, so I won't really recommend handling them too much. Yeah, she's around a good 7 inches. Right, here's that supposedly blue bloom bird eater that I got from the expo for $60. The more I look at it, the more it looks like a Platyama. But I do know it's a Panthomedeus, so yeah, that's what I expected from the species. Yeah, it's got like purple pink highlights on it. So it's definitely not a Formictipus species. But great eater though. I'm happy. Here's one of my centipedelings, Scolopendra alternans, giant Haitian centipede. You couldn't see the mother because she wasn't really interested in eating, so let me try feeding one of the babies. There we go. I wanted to have a centipede eating on camera. It's too bad I couldn't catch the adults, the mommy, but I certainly got the baby. It's amazing how these creatures are so fast and so powerful. Look at all these legs. Poor cricket. But it's nature, and teas and scorpions don't eat salad, so yeah, c'est la vie. Oh no, you can really see now the mahogany morph. Oh wow. I'm looking at it towards the naked eye. It looks like darkish blue, but now with the camera you can really see the colors on it. Yeah, it does look like the mother. Awesome. Here's Daniela, my last LP female. Couldn't ask for a better attack. Just a wee bit smaller than Daisy, but not far off. At least I can see this pokey right nice and clear. This is my Poecilotheria Hanamavila Samica, Ramesh Ornamental. And yeah, nice. Do suspect that it might be a female now. She looks like she just recently molted. I can't say for sure. Does look nice though. Let's go 3 for 3 for my Nhandu. This is my Tripepi, giant blonde bird eater. This guy I know is going to eat, and did not disappoint me. I've seen an adult like these. These are humongous species, and I think these are the largest ones in the Nhandu species. This one here is a true spider, Viridaceus species Madagascar, versus a fishing spider. I'm actually going to give her a mealworm. It's actually not really a super worm, it's a little bit smaller. So let's see if she actually will take it. I believe this is a female, so. Oh, nice. Oh, look at her jumping. Oh, wow, that is pretty cool. Yeah, very first time I actually offered a worm to this one. Love it. Alright, here's the T. gigas female that molted. I want to bring her out so you can actually see what she looks like. Yeah, there we go. Quite hard to see on camera, but you can really see her orange. Especially in her abdomen, it's really fiery red. I call these the arboreal OBTs. Because them too are orange bitey things. Yeah, that's a pretty good analogy. You have a terrestrial named an OBT, and then you have an arboreal version, the T. gigas, which is the most fastest T in the hobby. Don't mess with these tappies. They're pretty fast. Alright, let's get a little small worm to my Holotheli inci. And the Trinidad olive. Oh wow! She got it. Yeah, this is a real up-close shot of my H. inci. I don't really see this girl very often. Yeah, she's an adult female. She's not very large. She's around 2.5 inches, which is pretty much the full size of these. Mature males are a whopping 1 inch, half the size. And these are by far the best communal species out there. This is a Lasiodora fracta, smoky gray bird eater, willow, 3.5 inch female. Yeah, just like my other Lasios, never ceases to amaze me, and she's got a bad attitude, just like Daniela. Alright, here's Molly, Avicularia lata, Puerto Rican pinktoe. Very nervous and very stubborn avic, and has shown signs of defensiveness. I think she just pooped. Yeah, she just did. Alright. I'll show you how stubborn she is. You've probably seen during that transfer video. She's very active and doesn't really stay still. Very highly defensive species for an avic. Alrighty, these spawn from hell. Formictopus cancerides, Haitian brown bird eater. This is Isabella. And without a doubt, she got the food. Nice plump abdomen. Here's Peach, Grammostola pulchripes, Chaco goldeny. That's the last Chaco I have. And there you go. Seen all my females eat except for Charlotte. Checked her fangs, still about cherry red, so another couple more days and then I'll feed her. Alright, a Pseudopolis reduncus, Costa Rican orange mouth. Oh yes. That one got it no problem. Try Pseudopolis pulcher, Panama blonde. Yep. Caught it. Here's a Trinidad chevron sling, Pseudopolis cambridgei. Yep. Got that one, no problem. Here's another tea that for sure is going to eat. This is my Trinidad chevron, P. cambridgei, my female. Moss green color, although it's very hard to tell in the vid. I do want to focus on their eyes. There's the tarantula's eyes compared to the jumping spider. They have around 6 eyes clustered together for this particular specimen. Most of them have 8. And this one here is my last avic I own. This is a Avicularia versicolor Antilles pinktoe. Good shot. Yeah, that's Trinity. She's got the dark green carapace. Here's Jezebel, the other female P. cancerides, vicious tempered. Rose is supposed to send me Vladimir, her mature male. Oh god, I can't believe I'm going to be mating these species, but pretty cool. Oh. Yeah, that's it. That's the stuff. not to be mistaken for a curly hair. Here is a Colombian Ornamental, Poecilotheria formosa. Yeah, that was an easy one. I'll show you the colors on this species. Yeah, that's the purple pokey, who's got the incredible purple sheen on her carapace. This is a full-grown female, 7 inches. This is Aragog, a freshly molted a couple of weeks ago, female curly hair, Brachypelma bulbulosum. Very cool species, recommended for the beginner, very docile temperament. Here's a Grammostola pulchra. This is a male named Roy, Brazilian black. Come on, Roy. Atta boy. Wait to see my girl. See how huge she is. She's massive, eh? There we go. Put a super in there. And there we go. Let's see if I can try to capture the fangs. I do want to show you how large they are. And there we go. Look at that. Almost the size of the T. sturmey fangs. About 3/4 of an inch long. Yeah, there we go. Here's Roberta, a large female Pseudopoecilopelma robronitans, the Panamanian red rump. She's a massive species. Not as big as Gretel or Shelob. That's that chicken spider. We'll see how she does today. And there we go. I've seen a lot of gentle attacks, especially from this girl. This girl is like not really defensive, but holy, she can move, especially for a big stocky built T like her. Huh, it's funny, she's got like a little triangle to herself too. Alright, G. rosea, normal form. There we go. Nice job for my female. The iconic Brachypelma smithi, the Mexican red knee. So this is Athena. 5.5 inch female. Good girl. Love it. Here's Scarlet, the mascot of my channel. She's very vibrant and colorful. Super plump too. Good girl. Love it. I don't think this is going to eat, but I'll try anyway. This is my Panthobidius species chicken spider. All the way from Peru. Very rare species of Panthobidius. Humongous girl. She's around a good 9-10 inches. It's got a huge abdomen. Don't think she's hungry. Oh well. Here's my monster T, Burgundy Goliath bird eater, Theraphosus sturmey. This is Gretel, around a 10 inch female. actually that super worm. Let's see for that little smaller one. I seem to run out of crickets to feed my other juveniles, so I actually starting to feed them a little worm. The smallest ones I can find. Yeah, there we go. I've had her for around 5 years and as healthy as she can be. She is a wild-caught female. Got this one from a pet store, but doing very well. Just a couple more left. This is a Brachypelma bomi, Mexican fireleg. Little baby worm. Since I don't really have enough crickets, actually have none. So let's see how this brachy is going to tackle little baby. Ooh, nice. Love it. I think she's going to be a successor to my previous 28-year-old female. I did get one from Jimmy, named Melina, but I wasn't really doing that great. But this one, oh, she's going to be good. Here's Ocean and Oligosteri diamantinensis, Brazilian blue dwarf beauty. What a savage. Wow, look how blue she is. Very good name for her. Suits her perfectly. The ocean. The clear, pristine waters. Yeah, wow, she is beautiful. So here's Claire, a Brachypelma auratum, the Mexican flame knee. This is a female. Yeah, right quick. Doing very well in my care. This one used to be a half-inch sling 4 years ago. So she's put on some size since then. A little bit bigger one to give to my male flame knee. He's probably going to mature out faster than she will. They're both brother and sister. Nice. Yeah, you can really tell where they got the common name, the flame knee. You just look at the knees. They're like in a flame-tipped shape. A little bit more skittish than the smithy. As you can see, this one here, compared to my female, is much more leggier. And I did sex them by molt, so I can tell you for sure that this is a male. And the other one is a female. Love it. That's what you should do whenever you buy some slings from any online dealer. You should always buy two. Hope for the best. Hopefully you have a male and female pair. And hopefully one of the stays you can actually breed them. That's my intention to do with these Brachypelmas if I get them both mature. Here's Morris Rose, after my late grandfather, who passed away last year. This is my rose hair red phase, male, juvenile, 4 years old. He hits like a ton of bricks, which is pretty cool because most of my rose hairs don't even really eat that much. I have a little larger female, Lois, doesn't eat that much. She's on her 3rd or 4th month fasting, and then I have Talia, my normal form. That's almost on her 6th month fasting. So usually when that occurs, I just keep trying to feed them, and eventually they're going to come to their senses and they'll start to eat. This is why sometimes I don't really recommend rose hairs to be the great beginner ones, just because of their sometimes unpredictable temperament and their unpredictable fasting periods. And a lot of new owners will tend to be very discouraged and very confused and ultimately very worried about why their rose hairs won't eat. So That's just normal. So just keep feeding them, and eventually they'll go on a hunger binge and they'll start eating like crazy. At least that's what happened to Michaela before she molted. But he's awesome though. He always eats, always in my feeding videos, and ultimately a very, very good tea. So this one here is a Phormictopus platus, the Caribbean island bird eater. I think that's about enough. Good size for this one. We'll try to see if he'll eat it. It's a Phormictopus, so I could definitely tell that they're going to have voracious appetites. So we'll see. Yeah, there we go. Oh, look at that. Love to see the teas wrestle. Makes for a great feeding video, that's for sure. This one here is a Pamphibedius ultramarinus, the purple pink femur from Ecuador. Ah, spectacular attack from this one. Well, Gus or Lauren, if this is a male or female. Oh, I'm starting to get that little star pattern on the carapace. That's typical of this genus. They're going to be really beautiful when they grow up. Even the female's actually pretty. Last two teas now. My Megaphobia robustum wasn't hungry, so we'll try my Phobos professans, the burgundy skeleton. That one always eats. Look at Cleveland. Look at him. Look at a champ. Yeah, that's what they look like. They're not really the most attractive color to Phobos. They're kind of like a dark brown, and eventually as they're adults they'll develop a burgundy color, and that's how they got their common name, burgundy skeleton. But for me, myself, I like the E. murinus. I've always loved that species. And it's too bad I don't have one yet. Alright, best for last. Haplopus species Columbia large. This is the pumpkin patch. This is Kina, which one I recently transferred. This is a female from ventral shot. So I just have to confirm it from the molt to be sure. All you need is a good microscope to actually sex a specimen this small. Just about an inch right now, inch and a half. These Columbia larges supposed to get up to having a 4-inch leg span. This is not the smaller one. That only got up to having a 2-inch leg span. So let's see how this one does. I don't think it's happening. Not today. Alright. Oh well. A little disappointed, but not too bad. At least I got some great attacks, and I included a pretty large variety of teas here. And how can I not forget Maggie? Okay. High five. Come here. Come here. Come on. Come. Sit. Sit. Aw. Roll over. Isn't she funny? You're funny. Too cute. And of course here's little Naya, my Russian winter white dwarf hamster. Getting her exercise. Come on. She's probably like a couple of weeks old. She's cute. Haley, Leah, here we go. And here we go. So here's Haley, my long-haired guinea pig, a silky. And then here's Leah. She is a Abyssinian. They're both little girls. They're very, very cute. Let them eat their lettuce. Right now they're safely back, enjoying their hay. Awesome. Alright everyone, so I do hope you enjoy the awesome feeding video that you see before you. So it took me around 4.5 hours to feed every single tea. The only one I did not feed is the G pulchripes, the Chaco gold knee, Charlotte, who just freshly molted. So I'm going to wait a couple days before I feed her, and I'll make a little short video in HD for you guys to see how she's doing and whatnot. So it's 1:02 a.m. now. I'm going to go to bed and start editing and uploading the feeding video tomorrow. So hope you enjoyed it, everyone. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more vids to come. See you guys.